What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Dubai Sports Hub. So, the Premier League's perennial bottlers, the famous bottlers Arsenal, were at it again, at their very best in throwing away another lead and making every attempt for us to sing second again, ole ole, at the end of the season. Now, Arsenal, while they have been unbeaten since we, the big bad Manchester United, spunked them, they have been pretty average, so to speak, with some teams holding them and holding them accountable for their poor performances as well. And today, Wolves was no different. Arteta in the mud. In the mud. Yeah, man. And look out for the excuses and everything. Spare a thought for Bukayo Saka, even though the Arsenal fans tend to hype him up to try and say that he's on the level of the Ryan Giggs, the Ronaldos, the Tevez, Rooney's. Yeah, we know delusional. But spare a thought for that kid's career, because what Mikel Arteta is doing to that kid is unforgivable. It's criminal. Totally criminal. Running him into the ground like that, rushing him back from injury when there's no need for it. The player is partly to be blamed, his camp is also to be blamed, his doctors are partly to be blamed. However, stay in the mud where you are and hurry up and dash for the league. Dash for the lead as well. Yeah, man. We Manchester United won't win it, but hey, there's no City fans to banter me or laugh after me. However, too much Arsenal fans are here carrying on. And hey, it was a sweet, sweet, sweet day when they went down to Molineux today to try and extend their lead, because they thought they would have been smoking a 7 point pack clear today. However, Wolves had other ideas. Now let's take a look at the match and what transpired today in terms of the whole run around that took place today. Yeah, man. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, they went down to Molineux. They took a good. They always play good. Let's give them that credit. They always play good attacking football. But mentality is something that they're struggling with. Early goal from Bukayo Saka, taking control of the game quite early. Nkapie added a second in the second half. Cruise control, and here you're thinking, all right, it's over. But the Wolves, just like the Foxes, man, the Wolves were out prowling around for blood. And they got a sniff of that in the 61st minute. And they pushed and pushed, got rid of Bukayo Saka through injury. And bad boy Calafiori, the Italian Calafiori, stay humble, man. Stay humble. Scored an own goal later on down about 94th minute. Yeah, man, as you can see, 94th minute here on the screen. Yeah, man. Now, in terms of player ratings and performance from Arsenal, let's have a look at it. Now, Jose Sa for Wolves did very well. Quite a few important saves. Bueno, who's Wolves left back and Wolves best player on the field today, he got a score of 8.1. And this is according to FootMob, by the way. Angel Gomez and the others were quickly whisked off. And if you would have noticed the coincidence here, Bueno with the assist for Bueno, the goal scorer. Yeah, man, Maduiki was pretty average as usual. Victor Gyökeres, who scammed Arsenal. Scamming a living at Arsenal. He was pretty average as well. Saka with a goal, he was their player of the match. For me, the player of the match would have been the Wolves, the wingback, Bueno. Absolute crazy, crazy player. Gabriel was his usual solid self with an assist. Raya was crap. Martinelli average as usual. Who saw Declan Rice? Nobody else. I'll leave that to the Arsenal fans who will be taking him on him and Arteta. Timber, solid as usual. And that's that for as far as Arsenal is concerned in terms of this match. In terms of this match, but looking at their performance, you can see where they're stuttering, they're hurt, they're frightened, they're scared, and this team has no experience in terms of running down a title or securing a title. What they have experience in is bottling a title. For instance, let's look at the form table. As it relates to form in the Premier League, the form teams in the Premier League are the big bad Manchester United and Chelsea, the club of Subject 49. Chelsea is only leading Manchester United on the form table by one goal in terms of goal difference. They have scored two more though. But look at Arsenal. 8 points from their last 15. Two draws and a loss in that, and they face their big rivals, their big city rivals, Tottenham next. And we will get into, as we say that, let's get into Arsenal's upcoming fixtures. Now, as we said, they face Tottenham, then at home to Chelsea, then away to Brighton, which could be a bit of a banana peel, at home to Everton, at home to City, and at home to Bournemouth, and that's it for up until April 11. So just a quick look at their upcoming 2, 4, 6 Premier League fixtures, and one should be in the EFL Cup. Yeah, the EFL Cup is actually not a Premier League, so it's in terms of the Premier League, it is Chelsea at home after playing Tottenham away. Then they will have Brighton away. Then they welcome Everton to the Emirates. Then they go off for the Carabao Cup finals. Come on, City, go and grab that trophy. No, they have to laugh after we. And then Arsenal play Bournemouth at the Emirates on Saturday, the 11th of April. Now, in comparison to Arsenal fixtures, let's have a look at 115's fixtures. 115, they will have Newcastle on Saturday. Then they play Leeds away. Kind of a banana peel, but they will be spanking those 3 teams. Forest, no exception either. Boy, Newcastle can't get a break from Man City. They face them in the FA Cup afterwards. They will be spanking West Ham and Crystal Palace. And as I said, they and Arsenal will meet up. But looking at Arsenal's next 6 fixtures compared to Man City's next 6 fixtures, these are pretty easy. At the end of this, City might open up a 7 or 8 point lead. Because knowing Arsenal, they will be bottling all of these. They will be bottling all of these fixtures. Now, it's up to them and Arteta to do the right thing. One, getting a hold of these players. See? Getting a hold of these players, sitting them down, letting them know what it's like to win and what it's like to lose, because they already know that. Remind them of the fans that they're letting down. I'm personally out here waiting for those tears. Waiting for those tears to sip on them, to drink on them. And yeah, enjoy Arsenal's downfall. Because boy, this is something that I'm personally looking for. Speaking of looking for, let's have a look at the table. Arsenal still there in the lead on 58 points, 27 games played, 17 wins, 7 draw, and 3 losses. These 3 losses coming 1 to Liverpool, 2 to Villa, and the third one to the big bad Manchester United. Hold that. City in second on 53 points with a game in hand. They win their match. They are 2 points behind the Bottlers. Villa out there in third on 50 points. The big bad Manchester United on 45 points. 44 to Chelsea. And who is that languishing down there in 6th place? Who is that in 6th place? The champions. These fools are champions. Might as well you put you and Arsenal together, man. Nothing for Liverpool, nothing for Arsenal. And we're not going to be highlighting anything else below 6th place. Yeah, man, you're not a big club either. You know yourself. But yes, looking forward to the bottling that is to come. Looking forward to spanking Everton from a Manchester United perspective. Because after the nonsense that happened at Old Trafford, we haven't forgotten. Do not think that you will come here, Everton, and beat us and we don't come to your yard and return the favor. In fact, I'm predicting a spanking. A huge spanking. Belt to ask spanking for Everton. But until then, we rest, we wait. Don't forget to subscribe to Dubai Sports Hub on YouTube. Give us a follow on TikTok and on Instagram, Boomers Dubai Entertainment. And yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments and let's have a beautiful discussion. Arsenal in the mud. Stay tuned.